What's up, guys? Well, today we're going to talk about high school. Some of you might remember high school, you little burnouts out there. Time before Facebook, Twitter, all that shit. Yeah, remember Myspace? That was the shit back then. You'd be like, hey, did you get that comment I sent you? And then the other guy would be like, oh yeah, that shit was hilarious, man. And remember bulletins? Bulletins were the shit back then. Hey, send me a comment on my picture and I'll comment your picture back, or add me and I'll whore you out to my friends or something like that. That was those good times, remember you would have top 8. You'd be limited to only 8 people. You'd have to pick your friends carefully, and then you leave out one of your friends. They'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck, man? I put you on my top 8. You don't like me?" And you'd have to be like, "No, man. I got my girlfriend, and I got this guy, and my brother," and you'd have to justify the whole reason why you didn't put them on your top 8. Back then, I think you only had 8 pictures. 8 pictures. You were limited to only 8 pictures on your MySpace. Shit was crazy. Now you can put bajillion pictures, and you can have as many people on your top whatever. You can have a top 100. I think you can have. Remember surveys? You would see one of your friends' surveys, and you would read and find out. You kind of feel like a little spy, like you're spying on them. And then you would fill one out, and then they had the ones where you had to add up the score or something. It'd always be horrible. My score would be way out there. It always made me feel like a whore in MySpace people. And even before MySpace, we had AIM. You remember AIM? That was the shit. You would be like, hey, you got a screen name? Yeah, I got a screen name. And you guys would IM each other, and that was the shit, man. All that crazy shit, shared pictures, that shit was crazy back then. You would sit there for 5-10 minutes just to get one crappy little picture from one of your friends. And even before AIM, what would we do? We had to call each other. What? Call each other? Nobody calls each other anymore. It's all text message now. You would have your crappy little phone, and your friend would have his crappy little, or not even, you would call each other from your house phone. People had house phones back then. What? House phones? With the cord? What the fuck? Yeah, phones had cords back then. Well, at least I did, because, I was poor as shit. And then my friends would have their cordless phones, and then shit would die in about, 15 minutes. Yeah, that was high school, and that's how people used to communicate back then. Now it's all Twitter, Twatter, or whatever, and Facebook, and tagging each other. They didn't have no tags back then. You would have to actually look for yourself. Now it's all automated and shit. Before even on MySpace, you would need to know HTML. Nobody knows HTML. I would literally have to go to a website to learn HTML just to make my own. You remember you'd have to actually design your profile on MySpace. You'd have to put a background picture, pick out the color, and put a song on your MySpace. Yeah, you can actually have a song on your profile. Facebook doesn't have that. You can't put music on your Facebook. You probably can. I'm sure people have it somewhere on there, but majority of people don't. So, I'm kind of missing MySpace. You can the whole customability thing, but yeah, now it's just ridiculous. But yeah, just check out my YouTube, check out my Facebook, check out my Twitter, check out my MySpace. All that's in the description bar. Send me a comment, I'll comment you back, just like in the old days. I guess that's it. Later.